Esther Muia joins us now from Zimbabwe in Harare. Esther is the UN resident coordinator in Zimbabwe. Esther, thank you for your time. While you are speaking to us from Harare, we understand that Mozambique is the worst affected out of the three countries where Idai has done the most damage. Can you tell us what's happening in Mozambique?
I can only speak for Zimbabwe, actually, because I'm based in Zimbabwe, acting as the resident coordinator for the UN. In Zimbabwe, Cyclone Idai did hit us over the weekend, and the UN in Zimbabwe has been working very closely with government since before the disaster to prepare for it once we got news about it. We've been working with the Department of Civil Protection and the structures at national and provincial level. Emergency relief supplies were pre-positioned and have begun being distributed out. The worst hit is in Manicaland and Masvingo provinces, where a few districts like Chimanimani and Chipinge are completely inaccessible because the infrastructure, the roads have been completely destroyed. As a UN, we are working alongside government, and the government has prioritized a few areas. One is to make sure that those who are affected are able to be lifted out of the cutout areas. And therefore, we've been working on logistics with government and have started moving people out, those who were injured. And priority now is to look at how to restore communication in the area. As you may be aware, the communication was completely cut off. However, now there is some communication. There's been airlifting. The president himself has been out there and is with the people. There was a multi-sectoral team consisting of 16 UN technical staff working with government, collecting information to see who are most affected and where, so that then we can target where to begin supporting immediately as we think of the long-term rehabilitation.
Esther, what about the situation? Esther, what about the situation as far as food and clean water is concerned? For months now, we've been reporting that inflation has been driving up food prices and that people are finding it, regardless of a disaster like this, difficult to feed their families.
This is one of the biggest challenges. And as a UN, we are looking at water and sanitation as a priority. Clean water, we know the sewage system has broken down, and we are working with government to ensure that at least we are able to remove those who are in the worst hit area. We're able to supply water and basic food to those who are in need immediately as we evacuate them to safer grounds. In terms of waterborne diseases, we are actually distributing also like aqua tablets and making sure that whatever water that is available is safe for consumption. Yes, you're right. Zimbabwe, we've been facing challenges, but despite that, people have come out in large numbers. And the Zimbabweans themselves have come out. The neighboring African countries like Angola, Tanzania, South Africa have come out to help. And as a UN, we are helping the government to coordinate the humanitarian relief response on the ground. This will take a little time. And as you may know, because of the impact on Mozambique, especially Beira, which is like the port that supplies us with fuel and has been also a driveway for the food commodities, this is going to impact even harder.
Absolutely.
We are happy that donors have come out, and we look forward to continuing to do this. The government has really tried, despite all the challenges, to do its best, and things are moving on the ground. And we hope by next week, we shall actually now be looking at what immediately we need to look at to get life getting back to what it can be humanly possible.
Esther Muia is speaking to us from Harare. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Esther, and good luck with the work.